Hello everybody, Charlie Gipple here, the creator of the Retirement Academy. Now, I think you are going to like this video, whether you are already a member of the Retirement Academy or have considered becoming a member of the Retirement Academy. I think you're going to like this video. Number one, if you're a member of the Retirement Academy, you're going to like this video because I think it will demonstrate how to maximize the oceans of content that is out there in the Retirement Academy. Because I'm fully cognizant with all the content that is in the Retirement Academy, it could be very easy to get lost. To get lost in the 300 videos at the time of this recording, the 70 different articles at the time of this recording, the various webinars, the blog posts, etc., etc. Well, I'm going to help you navigate through this. If you are not a member, well, consider this kind of a sneak peek of what the Retirement Academy is about. So by now, some of you would have gone to join us and gone through the process of becoming a member. You know, almost $60 a month, almost $650 a year, whatever you choose, whether it's a monthly or the annual, you would go through that process and you would now have a username and password. How do you log in? Well, you can log in from the home page, you can log in from the account page, you can log in from the member login section. There's a reason there's redundancy here, because it always amazed me when I would buy a service and I would go to the website and I don't know how to log in. I'm already stressed out before I start to utilize the services. We have intentional redundancies within the Retirement Academy. But I like to tell people to go to the member login section and then log in that way versus the white box. Why is that? Because this redirects you to what should be the starting point more times than not. And that starting point is the member headquarters page. This page is important that you check in with occasionally. Why? Because number one, you have news for the academians, as we call them, or the Retirement Academy members. But number two, as I'm going to talk about here in a bit, we also have pointing out of the recent additions to each of the 6 modules. I'll talk about that here in a bit. But here's what the members headquarters page is, the member headquarters page is. Number one, just a refresher on the navigation, a more slimmed down video versus what I'm doing right now for you fine folks. You have the news down here. I actually need to update that first bullet point because we have a couple more big name speakers that are going to be joining us for the Academy webinars. Tom Hagna for one. Luke Cosme, one of the executives at Mutual Trust, one of the top whole life insurance companies in the industry, is going to be joining us. Which brings me to another topic here. Now, what if you miss a webinar, you as a Retirement Academy member? How do you see the recording of that webinar? Because these names here, Bobby Samuelson, Heather Schreiber, you may have missed that webinar by the time you even see this video. Well, that is where, quite simply, you go to Academy webinars. And if you are a member, you will be able to see recordings of past webinars, as well as registration links for future webinars, as well as who are the speakers that are on the docket for the future. But beyond that, you go down here and you can navigate to each of the 6 modules. Of course, another way to navigate to each of the 6 modules is up here. So you can navigate to any of those that way. But if you don't know exactly what's in the modules, you can kind of get a brief description here. Either way, you will navigate to the module, whether you click on the large box there or just click on what that particular module is within the navigation header. But there's another area here. And this is where there's a little bit of redundancy, again, intentionally. Now, what is this? You know, there are a ton of videos, as I just mentioned, within the Retirement Academy, a ton of articles. And if I were to just take what I create week after week after week and embed these within that ocean of material, how do you, the academician, the Retirement Academy member, how do you know what I have recently done that is new? Well, this is where I show you, at least for a couple week period of time, for new content. I go in couple week periods here. What are the recent additions? So like last week, for example, I created all 3 of these videos. Next week within this section, you will not see these 3 videos. Why? Because those videos will be embedded into the existing modules that we have. So in other words, this is a period of time or a place to where for a certain period of time, I am able to say, heads up, folks, heads up, Retirement Academy members, I just added these 3 videos to Module 1. Heads up, Retirement Academy members, I just added these 2 videos to Module 2, these 2 videos to Module 3. Last week was a big whole life week, so we added these 5 videos to Module 4. But then as the weeks go by, I put the recent additions to those respective modules in their respective places. But outside of that, let's say that we want to navigate to Module 4. We can navigate this way or we can navigate this way. Let's say we go to Module 4, for example, because we want to learn about life insurance. What's in a module? Well, a module looks like this. Here is the page that we are on, which is life insurance, just basic life insurance, not specific to any one life insurance type. And on this particular page, I have a little redundancy specific to life insurance. What are the recent additions? Kind of like what I just showed you. But then on this page is basic life insurance videos that are not specific to term or to whole life or to VUL. And then you can see it goes on from there. And how do you navigate to these submodules? Let's say you want to learn about IUL today. You quite simply click on that, I don't know, kind of half oval, half rectangle there. That's how you would navigate to the submodule. So let's go down here. This is a snapshot. This is the exact same box as what you would have seen within the member headquarters below Module 4 as recent additions. Well, let's go down here and look at some of these video sliders, for example. So again, basic life insurance videos, which is on our little map up here, basic life insurance videos. So let's say you want to watch a video about let's see, accelerated underwriting programs. You want to learn about accelerated underwriting programs, which again is not specific to any one life insurance type. Maybe you want to learn about the life insurance industry and what's being sold. You click on that, and then up here you'd click the play button and that would play. It's, if I remember right, it's like a 9-minute video. And then you have blog posts, articles that are specific to life insurance. So what we're doing here is we're drilling down the more that we go. Okay, well, I want to drill down further. I want to drill down into IUL. What happens when I click on IUL? What happens here is that one hexagon that you saw of the 6 previously, this is where we are at. So you go down, you see the nuts and bolts of IUL. What is IUL? And that's what really we mean when we say the nuts and bolts of IUL. Here you have basic IUL videos and a lot of them. What is a cap? IUL versus whole life, the numbers. What is a participation rate? Demystifying volatility controls. You go down to sales ideas. There's more to life than just product specs, right? If you can't sell it, it's all a moot point. So here's sales ideas down here. You know, I mention a lot about a personally written IUL from 5 years ago that I just took one as an example. They are outperforming expectations like many other IUL products that I've written in the past. You go down here, you have living benefit riders, technical and actuarial, and then of course you have down here at the very bottom, taxes. So that is one module there of 6 different modules. Blog, the blog module is a little unique because it looks completely different than the rest. And quite simply, it is a blog. It is past writings that I have done on various topics. Now, what is coming? What is coming is courses. Now, that stuff that I just went through, probably 100 videos or so, that's a lot, and that's just 1/6. It is very easy to get lost in how you should, the order in which you should ingest, I should say, the material. What courses are going to do is take the same material, except put it in a chronological order in how you will learn the process. So the same material, you will still have the same content as what you saw before. Actually, you'll probably have a little more writing that I will include in this. But what this does is it takes you down a glide path. So you can do the Annuities 101 sample right now. And it's not going through all these bullet points. That's the whole Annuities 101 curriculum. But what you can do is take like a 3-minute sample. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Let's start the lesson right now. So let's read about the history of annuities, or annuities from 2,000 years ago. You read that real quick. And again, this is just merely 1/100th of what a course would look like. And then what's at the end of this little sample? Well, you can go complete and continue, complete that page and continue. This is a test. And the test is, okay, when did the idea of annuity become conceived, or when was it conceived? The Roman Empire. I am correct. Okay, you move on. In what environment were indexed annuities created, and for what purpose? In 1995 is when they were created. That is correct. Let's get the wrong answer here. In times of stock market turbulence, the sale of fixed annuities typically drop off. The answer to that is false, but let's pick true. Well, you can see here, the correct answer is false, which means I got it wrong. That red X is wrong. This is about 1/100th of just that one annuity course, which again locks you into a chronological order of how to digest the material. And that, my friends, is the Retirement Academy. A snapshot of what is behind the curtain if you're not yet a Retirement Academy member, or if you are a Retirement Academy member, how to navigate throughout the Retirement Academy.